Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community. Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
This is a place to create your future. And when you get here, you realize you're not alone. You meet new people and make connections. It's not always about knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes it's about finding your own way. It's working together to build something bigger than ourselves. It's hard work, but lots of fun. We come for the quality education, but we leave with an unparalleled experience. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Good afternoon and Roll Tribe ICC fans, and welcome as we get set for Game 1 between ICC and Meridian, getting set for the starting lineups to be called out. We say a hello to our ICC family, but we also want to say a special hello to those that are watching in favor of Meridian this afternoon. We're going to take you to the field for today's Tupelo Coca-Cola and Bollingworth starting lineups.
Meridian Community College. For Meridian Community College, we got leading off number 3, Arlie McClellan. Number 2, we got number 4, Hannah Hamra. Batting third, we have 0, Presley Black. Batting fourth, we have number 11, Molly Mitchell. Batting fifth, we have number 15, Lindsay Kennedy. Batting sixth, we got number 7, Mackenzie Eves. Batting 7th, we got number 19, Lindsay McVeigh. Batting 8th, we got number 9, Tabitha Mason. Batting 9th, we got number 16, McKenna Bourne. And flex, we got number 5, Lauren Brooks. All right, for your ICC softball Indians, we got leading off number 5, Hallie Turner, playing shortstop. We got number 7, Tamaya Martin, playing left field. We got number 11, Julia Shaw, pitcher. Got number 30, Riley Tyree, DP. We got number 6, Avery Wolf, playing third. We got number 4, Jory McKnight, playing right field. We got 22, Chloe McLean, oh my goodness, playing catcher. We got number 8, Lakeland Nichols, playing center. We got number 13, Camden Cooper, playing second. And then for our flex, we got number 10, Maddie McLendon. All right, and if you would, please stand for our national anthem.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just moments away from that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here between ICC and Meridian. It is the conference opener here for both squads. As we're waiting that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here from Julia Shaw. It's on its way. It's in the dirt for a ball. And it comes your way at 156. That's a 156 Guaranteed Bank opening pitch from Shaw. Adam Gore bringing this action this afternoon. Michael Upton, who normally joins me, he's a bit under the weather today, so he couldn't join us this afternoon. We've got baseball over on the blue channel as that pitch is in there for, a ball. He had a bark to it, so thought he called it a strike for a second, but never signaled. 2-0 now is the count. As we said, baseball over on the blue channel. That's where Raphael, Dr. Boggs, and Cal Brown all are. As that pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. This is McLennan at the plate, left fielder. I apologize if I'm saying these names wrong. McLennan, Homra, and Black scheduled up here in the top of the first inning. This is that pitch outside for a ball. 3-1 now is the count. So just getting things started here in Fulton this afternoon. And that's going to be a walk to start the contest. And Shaw, a couple of pitches she thought she might like in that, but just didn't get the call. And so now this will bring Homer coming to the plate. She's playing third base here in game one. She'll dig in with no outs and a runner at first. McLennan, the left fielder, lead off. You figure she's got good speed. And that pitch missing for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Well, an absolute beautiful day, but a hot day. It may not be for those that are not sitting on the tent right now. There's really no breeze blowing here. As that one missing 2-0. Construction going on at the field right now, but we do appreciate John Wayne, the physical plant, the grounds crew, and everyone involved being able to help us be able to get to our home field by the time conference play rolls around. That one in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count here to Hamra. So we talked about a busy day today. We've got 2 baseball games going, a couple of softball games, 2 tennis matches right across from us that just got started here a moment ago. 3-1 now is the count as that one missing low. And then later tonight we'll have our regular season finale basketball game at East Mississippi. So game day times 8, if you will. 3-1 pitch. This one popped up off the netting, and now we'll go full at 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner at first here in the top of the first. Meridian and ICC. Conference opener for both squads. There's a shot, and it's going to be a diving catch in and out of the glove of Nichols. What an effort out there by Lakin. Just couldn't hang on to it, and that'll go for a single. Man, that would have been an early nominee for What a Play Wednesday had Lakin came up with that one. But a good job of quickly getting the ball back in and not allowing the runner, who was basically at second, had she made the play, would have possibly had a chance to double her up there, but did not allow the runner to advance to third. So no outs, runners on first and second. And that pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count here. This is now Black, the center fielder, at the plate. She'll dig in with runners at first and second. No outs here in the top of the first. Swings on that one, fouls it off, and now the count goes 0-2. First time that Shaw has been ahead in the count this afternoon. Julia Shaw in the circle here for the Indians. We'll give you the lineups for both squads in the exchange of the first inning here. Awaiting the 0-2 pitch here from Shaw. Black at the plate. And fouls that one off. Got just enough of it to pop out of the catcher's mitt there, and we'll stay at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runners at first and second here for the Eagles of Meridian. Shaw getting set to deliver. That one's in the dirt. Blocked up nicely. Runners cannot advance. 1-2 now is the count. But once again, we do welcome those that are watching in favor of Meridian this afternoon. Hope you all are doing well. Appreciate you joining us here, and also a special hello to those that are watching in favor of the Indians. 1-2 pitch coming. That one missing low. Throw down to third is in time. Throw to second is out into the outfield, but the runner will not be able to advance. Caught stealing 2-5. Will retire McLennan. And now there's one out. The count evens up at 2-2. Don't know that. I wasn't watching Hamra to see if she went on the pitch or if she went on the throw. As this pitch popped back and out of play. Count will stay at 2-2. Of course, as always, these stats that we have are unofficial. We will get the official stats from the coaches at the end of the day. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, one out, runner at second. That one hops across, and the runner will advance on the wild pitch. So now runner in scoring, closer in scoring position here for Meridian. And the count goes full to Black. So a nice job by Black as she fell behind 0-2 on the count, has battled back to force the count to go full. 3-2 pitch. And this one's fouled off and will stay at 3-2. Got some students making their way out to the ballpark. See Coach Lucas, one of the football coaches, coming out to support the Indians. Of course, we got baseball going on the other side of campus. That's time taken here by the umpire as the count will stay 3-2 with a runner at third, 1 out. Here in the top of the first. And still no score, but the Eagles are threatening. And that's going to be a walk. Second walk of the game issued by Shaw, and this will bring up the number 4 hitter, Mitchell. So Mitchell will dig in with runners on the corners. We'll see if Meridian elects to be aggressive with second base open in this situation to try to erase the potential double play. That pitch in there for a strike. They throw down to third. Runner does not try to go to second. 0-1 now is the count here to Mitchell, the shortstop. The Indians would love to turn a Little Caesars double play here if they could find one. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 now is the count here to Mitchell. That's the same situation Black found herself in before drawing a walk. So Shaw looking for her first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. Gets it. A big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there for out number 2. Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. You can find out why by visiting renaissancebank.com. 2 away now. This will bring up the number 5 batter, Kennedy, to the plate. She'll have runners at first and third with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Shaw's pitch in there for a strike. Shaw looks like she's feeling a little bit more comfortable now with the umpire strike zone. Was struggling to find it a little bit earlier on, but doing a good job of locating there. 0-1 now is the count. So waiting the 0-1 pitch here. That one's out for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. That is the situation here for the Eagles with runners on first and third. We're in the top of the first here in game 1. Kennedy at the plate. That one missing low and inside. 2-1 now is the count. So 2-1 is the count. Pitch on its way from Shaw. This one popped up. Is it going to stay in play or is it going to get out of play? And it will get out of play. And so that'll be strike 2. 2-2 now is the count here on Kennedy. Boy, it'd be a big time here if Shaw can find her second straight Renaissance Bank strikeout. Kennedy, however, would like to spark a 2-out rally here for Meridian with a base hit. So Shaw will toe the rubber. Kennedy squaring around. Will obviously pull back on that one and does. Swing and get a miss. 4-strike 3. A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout. 2 of those in a row there for Shaw. Gets the Indians out of a jam. 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. ICC gets out of that jam in a big way there. Let's take a look at today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups for both squads. I've already introduced you to the first 5 batters of the day here from Meridian, so let's go back over those. You've got left fielder McLennan, third baseman Hamra, Black is the center fielder, Mitchell shortstop, and Kennedy is in right field. Batting 6th will be the DP Eves. Batting 7th, the second baseman McMahon. Batting 8th and catching will be Mayfield. And playing first base and batting in that 9 spot will be Bourne. Brooks will be inside the circle here for Meridian. For ICC, this is your lineup this afternoon. Leading things off will be the shortstop, Turner. Left fielder will be Martin. Pitching will be Shaw. Batting 4th and in the DP is Tyree. Playing 3rd, batting 5th is Wolf. Batting 6th and in right field is McKnight. Batting 7th and catching is McLean. Batting 8th and playing in center field is Nichols. And batting second batting second in the 9 spot is going to be Cooper. The flex is McClendon. She is the first baseman. Those are your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups here for ICC. ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination. And Coach Ernest and Coach Hawk hope they've got that same winning combination put together here in game 1. So it'll be Turner to start us off here in the bottom of the first. No score. Meridian leaves 2 on the base, 1 in scoring position. Brooks is the pitcher here for Meridian. So this is Turner at the dish. Awaiting the pitch from Brooks. Takes that first pitch. Ooh, inside, I guess, for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Well, he saw it took a minute for Shaw to kind of get comfortable with the strike zone. We'll see if Brooks has those early struggles as well. And that one missing. So missing inside, missing outside. 2-0 now is the count here to Turner. Turner, Martin, and Shaw scheduled up here for the Indians in the bottom of the first. Brooks taking your time. Now going to call for time and get it. Apparently there's a little confusion on the pitch call there. One of those I don't know if she might have the wrong card on because she couldn't locate the number. Is that pitch high for a ball? Boy, those are some borderline pitches not going the way of Meridian early. 3-0 is the count. But we saw that same situation with Shaw when she was in the circle. So 3-0 now here on Turner. You imagine the red light will be on here. Turner squares to bunt, pulls back, and takes that one for a strike. 3-1 now is the count here on Halley. Meridian comes in with a record of 11-14 on the season. As we've mentioned, this is the first conference game for both teams. ICC is 7-12. 3-1 the count now to Turner. And that one called a strike. 3-2 now is the count. Well, it was one of those that you kind of thought was a little bit low and outside, but apparently the umpire's going to like the pitches a little bit lower than up today. We'll see as the game progresses. 3-2 now is the count. Brooks getting set to deliver. Turner rips one, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Nice job there by Turner. Stay with it and put it between the third baseman and shortstop for the first hit of the day for the Indians. So a runner on first, and now this is going to be Martin, the left fielder, coming to the plate. Martin will dig in with the runner at first and no outs here in the bottom of the first. Game 1 between ICC and Meridian. Brooks looking to the dugout to get the call. Gets it now and sets to deliver. Lays down the bunt, and it's going to be a foul ball. That was a break for Meridian. Meridian didn't quite get a good jump on it. If that ball rolls forward just a little bit more, you got runners on first and second with no outs, but instead 0-1 now is the count here to Martin, the left fielder. So Tamaya will dig back in. Shows one again, and this time it's laid down nicely. Brooks is going to come up, makes the throw, not in time. Martin, quicker than a hiccup, showing off that speed there, gets down the baseline in a hurry. And so now ICC with runners on first and second, no outs, and this is going to be Shaw, the pitcher, coming to the plate. She can really help her own cause here with the base hit. Brooks trying to see if she can do a lot like what Shaw did and find her way out of a little bit of a jam here early on as that pitch missing for ball one. 1-0 is the count here to Shaw. Brooks is in the circle. We're in game one, no score here in the bottom of the first. So Brooks getting ready to deliver the pitch. That one drifts high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. Again, if you're looking for baseball, it's over on the Blue Channel. ICC and Coahoma squaring off there in non-conference play. We'll try to get you an update on that one throughout the day. That one in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch by Brooks. Nice job coming back to find the zone. It's ICC 2-0 over Coahoma after 4 complete in baseball. That pitch hops across. Blocked up nicely there by Mayfield. Runners had to stay put. So 3-1 now is the count here to Shaw. So Brooks has got to be careful here. It's a hitter's count to Shaw, and she's got some pop in her bat. She looks at that one, though, and 3-2 now is the count. Nice job taking a little bit off of that one. Kind of confused Shaw for a second as that one just looped back in the zone for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runners at first and second here for the Indians. ICC trying to strike first. Off speed, Shaw ahead of it. And that'll be a Renaissance Bank strikeout there, the first of the game for Brooks. Timely out there. And now this will bring up the DP, Tyree. So Tyree will dig in. Brooks went back-to-back off-speed pitches there and was able to battle back and get her first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. You can find out why by visiting RenaissanceBank.com. Tyree looks at the first pitch in the dirt for a ball. So you got runners at first and second, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first inning here. Tyree, the DP today. Hammers this one. If trouble if it stays fair, it's down. And they're going to hold her up and didn't quite get the roll they were looking for as it kind of hit and stuck. And now bases would be full of Indians here for Avery Wolf. So Wolf will dig in. Bases loaded with only 1 out here. Great opportunity for the Indians to see if they can take an early lead in this one. Wolf, who is signed to continue her career at Belhaven next year. This is that first pitch low for a ball. 1-0 the count here to Avery. Something down to the gap can score 2 because you've got a lot of speed with Martin at second. 1-0 is the count here to Wolf. Looks at that one outside for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. Mayfield wants to come out and talk to her pitcher in this situation. Kind of just calm her down as bases are loaded right now for the Indians. A chance to put the first run on the board this afternoon. Doubleheader. We appreciate those that are tuning in. So 2-0 is the count here to Wolf. There is 1 out. Bases loaded for the Indians. Wolf playing third base, and McKnight is on deck behind her. That one in there for a strike. whatever Mayfield said, you might want to write that down and remember, as that was a good job coming back to make it a 2-1 count now. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded here for the Indians. This one popped up off the netting, and now that even things up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nice job there by Brooks to find the strike zone and then get a foul ball to even things up now at 2-2. So now Wolf is going to have to guard the dish here for the Indians. Awaiting the 2-2 offering here from Brooks. Off speed again, and that's strike 3. Well, the off-speed pitches are working well for Brooks, especially when she gets into a little bit of a jam. She's able to work herself out of it. That's her second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game, and now this will bring McKnight, the right fielder, to the plate. Indians, bases loaded with 2 outs now. Meridian trying to find the exit, get out of this jam with no damage done. That pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 the count here to McKnight. McKnight batting 6th in the lineup. ICC with 3 hits, 1 for Meridian. They did pick up 2 walks there in the top half of the inning. As McKnight lifts that pitch high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Indians trying to find a hit here to see if they can spark a 2-out rally. Meridian couldn't do it. ICC seeing if they can here in the bottom half. McKnight checks her swing, fouls it off. 1-2 now is the count. So now McKnight's going to have to guard the dish here. Brooks looking for the exit. Swung on and missed again, the off-speed pitch, and a nice job there by Brooks getting out of the bases-loaded jam with no damage done. We've played 1 here in Fulton. We're scoreless. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
You're not going to believe what just... You bought a Coca-Cola with 0 sugar?
Yeah. Why?
Come on, it has 0 sugar.
Yep. And it's delicious.
I don't believe it.
Just try something new. You'll love it.
This does taste great.
And welcome back now as we head to the second inning. Going to be 6, 7, 8 batters due up. Eves, McMahon, and Mayfield scheduled up. Give me a moment as also updating Twitter here. As ICC loaded the bases, couldn't get anything going there. And so both pitchers have pitched themselves out of a jam here early on in this one.
Now batting for Meridian, number 7, McKenzie.
And so this will be... Nope, it said McKenzie. Well, I guess he's going by first names. This is going to be the DP Eves coming to the plate. Swings in the first one, strike 1. Well, Shaw did a good job. As we said, they put runners on the corners, did the Eagles in the top of the first, and then Shaw got back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts to get out of the jam, and then Brooks did the same in the bottom half when the ICC loaded the bases. She came up with back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts. There's that one in there for a strike. She came up with back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts to get out of the jam herself. 0-2 now is the count here to the designated player Eves. She'll have to guard the dish. Shaw in the circle, getting set to deliver. That one drifts outside. Eves thought about pulling the trigger on it that time, but a good eye to hold off on it. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch on its way, and it's in there for strike 3. 3 in a row now for Shaw on Renaissance Bank strikeouts. We talked about earlier how you can visit RenaissanceBank.com to find out why they are the bank that understands you. Well, if you like those SEC shorts that you see throughout football season and other videos like that, visit RenaissanceNation.com. That's RenaissanceNation.com to see some special videos, also some educational videos on how you can save money by banking with Renaissance Bank. This is McMahon, the second baseman, stands in, takes that first pitch for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Shaw's pitch on its way. A little off speed and got her kind of guessing at that one. 0-2 now is the count here to McMahon. Mayfield on deck. No score here in the top of the second. This is game 1 of 2 between ICC and Meridian. Conference opener for both squads. That pitch, not a bad spot to miss. Couldn't get her to chase one. If she did, would have just mainly been a foul ball or maybe just a little dribbler down the line to the first baseman. But 1-2 now is the count here to McMahon. A little off-speed pitch, drops off the table a little bit too soon. 2-2 now is the count. McMahon, Mayfield, if either one of those are reached, then we'll go to the number 9 batter, Bourne, the first baseman. As this one popped up, Shaw calling everyone off and will make the play for out number 2. So now this will bring the catcher Mayfield to the plate. There's 2 outs, nobody on. Mayfield getting her first at bat of the afternoon. Shaw's getting set to deliver this pitch. And that one in there for a strike. Well, as we said, Shaw struggled early to find that strike zone, but has adapted nicely now as she's gotten ahead of all of her last 4 batters. And tosses that one in there for strike 1. That one in the dirt. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Pitch on its way. That one right at the knees for a strike. 1-2 now is the count here on Mayfield. So waiting the 1-2 offering here for Shaw. Pitch on its way. That one missing outside. 2-2 now will be the count. There's 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the second for Meridian. Mayfield trying to extend the inning here with a 2-out hit. Shaw would like to get a quick 3-up, 3-down inning and see if they can get the bats back to the plate. That one in the dirt. 3-2 now. The count here to Mayfield. So count goes full to Mayfield. Shaw getting set to deliver. This one popped up. And Shaw will get back-to-back pop-ups and reel those in for the out. 3 up, 3 down, go Meridian there in the top of the second. Still no score. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning, where it'll be McLean, Nichols, and Cooper due up for the Indians. Back with more right after this.
Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
And welcome back. We've got a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update from baseball. We head to the bottom of the second. It was back-to-back home runs by the Indians. Bo Rock and Jarrett Morris, both with a pair of solo home runs. It's now ICC 4-0. And the bottom of the fifth with one out. That's over there on the blue channel. As now it's going to be McLean, the catcher, due up here for the Indians. ICC loaded the bases in the previous inning, just could not get anything going. See if they can redeem themselves here with the 7, 8, 9 batters coming to the plate here in the bottom of the second. Brooks is in the circle. That pitch missing low for a ball. She did a really good job of going to her off-speed pitches when she gets in trouble, at least there in the bottom of the first, and she got herself out of a big-time jam with bases loaded. So that pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. McLean, Nichols, and Cooper scheduled up. That one just missing low and inside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. We talked about it. We also have tennis at home today. They're hosting East Central. As waiting the 2-1 pitch here. And again, all speed. McLean just couldn't pick up that one quick enough. Well ahead of that one. 2-2 now is the count. So Brooks, as we said, when she needs an out, goes off speed. We'll see what she does here. This time, sends that one down the middle. This is going to drop for extra bases. This is going to be a Davis Ford double here for McLean. Clutch hit there. Nice at bat by McLean to battle back and get the first Davis Ford double of the day for either team. And now this is going to bring up Nichols to the plate. That is the 4th hit of the game for ICC, first extra base hit of the day for either team. Now Nichols a chance at an RBI here with a runner at second and no outs. Lakin playing in center field here in game 1. Shows bunt, lays it down beautifully. Only one play, and it's going to be the first. The ball gets away, and that's going to allow the run to score. And so E1 on the play. Runner will come around to score. And ICC leads it 1-0. And Nichols was able to advance to second on the error. And now this is going to bring up Camden Cooper. Had a chance to meet her granddad before the game. Good to see her family making the trip up from Louisiana. As there's going to be a ground ball foul down the first baseline for strike 1. Don't know if the whole crew was able to make it up. If not, we do give a special shout out to those watching down in Louisiana. So 0-1 the count here to Cooper. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. You got Nichols at second. She reached on an error that it scored McLean. She was able to advance to second on the throw. Or should be on the error, I should say. So that pitch just a bit high. 1-2 now is the count. Brooks is in the circle here for Meridian. Working with a 1-2 count here to Cooper, the second baseman. That ball in the dirt. Nichols took a big hop but decided to stay put after a nice job there by Mayfield to block that one up. Well, that's one thing you're going to have to get used to this season is a new backstop, new net, so it's a lot tighter than it normally's been. We saw in that quadruple header on Sunday, a lot of those balls like to bounce right back to the catcher. That pitch missing low for a ball. 3-2 now is the count. So now this will be a full count to Cooper, the second baseman. Brooks, as we said, likes to go all speed in these situations. And that time sitting back waiting on it, just a little bit too ahead of it that time was Cooper. Fouls it off and will sit at 3-2. So count staying full here, still no outs. Runner at second for the Indians, Cooper at the dish. And this one hammered, left fielder's going to go back, and that's down for a base hit. This will score another run, and that should be a double, and it will be for Cooper. Indians get another run on the board with the second Davis Ford double of the afternoon, and we flip it back to the top of the lineup here. And Cooper at nice at bat. And now this will bring Turner to the plate. Turner had a single, but was left stranded as the Indians left bases loaded in the top of the first. But right now they're working with no outs. Runner at second after second Davis Ford double of the game by Cooper. As that pitch in there for a strike. That scored Nichols from second with that double. So this is Turner. She's getting to start at shortstop. And again, just couldn't quite figure out that changeup. I won't call it a changeup, but maybe just a little bit of reduced speed there on the fastball. There's going to be a dribbler, third baseman. She covered it up in foul territory. And that's a break for the Indians. As that one, if she comes up and charges that, it's a little bit, would have been probably an out over at first, but instead shifted to her left and took a step back. So if you're Turner, you got to make the best of this situation after that. 0-2 pitch. Grounder. And that one just fouled down the line. So now Turner's went down the left side, down the right side, see if she can split the difference here as the Indians trying to build on this 2-0 advantage here in the bottom of the second. Game one between ICC and Meridian. Conference opener for both squads. So Turner with the 0-2 count. Looks at that one for strike three. Nice job there by Brooks. That is going to be her fourth Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. She was able to throw the fastball in there for a strike. As we said, she's been typically going off speed when she needs to get out of a jam, but able to find the fastball. Jammed up the batter there, and now with one out, this is going to be Martin who singled and left stranded in the first inning. Shows bunt, pulls back and takes that one for strike one. Be one of those that maybe just want to see how the defense wants to play her on this bunt attempt. You saw the third baseman charging in hard there. And now she selects to slap hit it, fouls it back, and now that's going to be strike two. So 0-2 now is the count here to Martin. She's playing in left field here. So 0-2 now is the count to Martin. That pitch up high for a ball. Good eye by Martin not to chase that one. Not a bad spot to miss, though, if you're Brooks. See if you couldn't get a slap hitter to chase something a little bit out of the zone. 1-2 now is the count here to Martin. Got a runner at second. That's Cooper. And they're going to say she went. I'm going to agree. That's going to be back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts now for Brooks. So now with two outs and a runner at second, this is going to bring Shaw to the plate. Shaw, as we talked about, pitching here in game one, would love to help her own cause with a base hit here. 2-0 ICC with the lead here in the bottom of the second. First pitch just high for a ball. Cloud starting to move into the area. helping cool things down a little bit. So 1-0 is the count here to Shaw, the pitcher. That one's high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. Runner at second. That's Cooper. She had a double that drove in Nichols, who reached on an error that allowed McLean to score. And that is your scoring recap brought to you by Samstown Market in Manatee. And that one high for a ball. Borderline pitch going the way of Shaw there. 3-0 now is the count. So see if the red light's on in this case for Shaw. Runner at second. 3-0 count. Brooks getting set to deliver here for Meridian. She does. Red light was on. Strike at the knees. 3-1 now is the count. If Shaw were to reach, then Tyree would be up next for the Indians. Pitch on its way, and that one just got a piece of it. Third baseman's going to come up and toss it over for the out. 5-3 to end the inning, but not before the Indians get 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We've played 2 in Fulton. ICC leads it 2-0. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the top of the third inning. It'll be the 9-1-2 batters due up here for Meridian. As Shaw takes her final warm-up toss here. She did pick up a pair of runs there in the bottom of the second to have a 2-0 lead here. Again, appreciate everyone's patience. Trying to update Twitter as we go throughout the afternoon here. Home plate umpire apparently found something in the dirt. And so this will be Bourne to lead us off here. She's batting in the 9 spot, playing at first base. Shaw still in the circle here for the Indians. That pitch in there for a strike. Bourne, McKellen, keep stumbling over that name, McKellen and Homra due up. As I'm messing up any of these names, I do apologize. Ball in the dirt. 1-1 now is the count. As I said, we'll try to keep you posted on baseball throughout the day. It's over on the Blue Channel. Raphael Henry, Brad Boggs, Cal Brown bring you that action over there. It's that pitch missing low for a ball. They're playing Kahoma in a non-conference doubleheader today. Kahoma puts 2 runs on the board to make it a 5-2 contest in the middle of the 6th there in game 1. This pitch fouled back. 2-2 now is the count here to Bourne. 2-0 is your score here. We're in the top of the third. 2-2 pitch on its way. That one drifts high for a ball. Good eye by Bourne to hold off on that one. So now the count goes 3-2. Do want to thank the Wesley Foundation. They're out today running the concession stand here for the softball team. And that pitch in there for strike 3. Another Renaissance Bank strikeout there for Shaw. That's her 4th of the game, and now we flip it back to the top of the lineup here. So 1 out. And this is McKellen coming to the plate. She walked but was caught stealing 2-5 on the putout. Shows bunt, lays it down beautifully. Only one play, and it's not going to be one, and that's going to be a single. Great job there. Just got that bunt down. The ball didn't have much roll to it, so she did a great job of getting on top of it, pushing it out there just enough that the catcher couldn't get to it. Shaw had no play, wisely held on to it, and didn't try to force anything there. So now this will be the third baseman, Homra, who is now at the plate. She singled, advanced on a wild pitch, but was left stranded at third. That was back in the first inning. That pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 the count. Black is on deck. She walked and was left stranded also back in the first. You've got a runner at first with 1 out here in the top of the third. ICC leading it 2-0. Shows bunt, holds off on it. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Homer, the third baseman, awaiting the pitch. Shaw getting set to deliver. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Got her looking for one thing and gave her another. She blew that one right by her as Homer couldn't catch up with it. Now the count goes 1-2. Shaw got born on a Renaissance Bank strikeout to start the inning. Then it was McKellen's bunt single. And that's where we're at right now with a 1-2 pitch coming. Reaches out, finds it. Going to go, nobody covering second. A little confusion on who to cover the bags there, and that's going to go as a fielder's choice. And Coach Ernest is wanting to come out and talk this one over. Let's take the break with him and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking up out of that timeout there, as we said, just a little confusion on who was coming in to cover second that time as the shortstop kind of looked at the second baseman, and the second baseman kind of just floated back versus going to the bag that time. So Coach Ernest coming out and trying to make sure everybody's on the same page for the next time a play like that happens. Would have been a great opportunity there to get the lead runner, but a big-time break now for Meridian as the tying run is at first base. And this is the center fielder Black coming to the plate. She'll dig in with 1 out, runners on first and second. That pitch missing low for a ball. So McKellen is at second after that last play. There's going to be a slap hit. It's going to be a tough play, and going to get it over to first. Is it in time? It is not. It was a tough play there, and now bases are full of Eagles here with 1 out. My view is kind of blocked. We've got a tent set up to be able to bring the broadcaster away, and I've got thank goodness, a tarp that's pulled down to block the sun off the equipment. So kind of just have to wait and see what the umpires call on that one. So now bases loaded with 1 out. That pitch just missing for a ball. This is where Meridian was back in the first. Or excuse me, no, the Indians actually back in the first. They had bases loaded but could not cash in on them. 0-1 is the count here to Black. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1-1 now is the count. She walked in her only a plate appearance so far. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases full of Eagles. And that one just missing outside. 2-1 now is the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Indians would love to turn 2 to get out of this inning with no damage done, but just finding an out either way. This one's going to be deep left field. Will it be deep enough to tag up the runner? Nichols is going to throw this one home. The throw is not in time, but a heck of a throw there. As she got underneath it, runners do advance in that situation, so that'll be a sacrifice fly for Black out to center field. Gives her the RBI. That sacrifice fly being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union nearly turned into a double play. A very impressive throw from Lakin Nichols out there in center field. Runners do advance to second and third in this situation. Now with 2 outs in the inning, it's a 2-1 contest. And that pitch in there for a strike from Shaw. So 0-1 is the count. This is Mitchell, the shortstop. She struck out swinging in her only attempt so far in the contest. Swinging and a miss, strike 2. Had her crossed up on that when she was looking inside, came outside still, tried to commit to the swing, couldn't find it that time. 0-2 now is the count. 0-2 pitch. And that one just missing for a ball. Shaw looked like she wanted it that time, but didn't put up too much of an argument afterwards. 1-2 now is the count. 2 outs, tying run at third. We're in the top of the third inning here. 2-1 ICC. 1-2 is the count. That pitch goes high. Snap throw down to third. Runner gets back without an issue there. Got to be careful on those. A lot of times you see those end up settling into the outfield and allowing a run to score. So 2-2 now is the count here to Mitchell. Pitch on its way. Swinging and a miss for strike 3. A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there. That is the 5th of the game for Shaw, but Meridian does get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you?
Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Have some for yourself.
Yes.
No! Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a substitution in the game here. As 24 entering for 15. So that appears to be a new right fielder. That's going to be Moreland entering for Kennedy. And that change being brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. As that pitch is going to miss low for a ball. As this is Tyree at the plate. That one missing as well. It'll be Tyree, Wolf, and McKnight. Tyree singled and was left stranded, part of a bases loaded situation there in the bottom of the first inning. Tyree's trying to find her second hit of the game here. Looks at that one instead, low for a ball. 3-0 now is the count. 2-1 is your score. It was a sacrifice fly by Black that scored McClellan Again, I stumble over that name, and I apologize. My brain just don't want to say it for some reason. And that's going to be a walk to start the inning. That is the first walk of the day issued by Brooks. And now this will be Wolf coming to the plate. Wolf struck out swinging her last time up. Looks like ICC may be sending a runner in here for Tyree. And that is going to be number 9, Clemens, entering to run here. Do appreciate the home plate umpire clearly announcing who's coming in those situations. Sometimes you get home plate umpires that do that. Sometimes you don't, but very, very vocal, very appreciative of that substitution there. So Clemens coming in to run here for Tyree. This will be Wolf at the dish. Swing on the first pitch she sees. Ground ball. There's one. Can they turn two? No, they do not. As the throw high to first. And so that will be a fielder's choice, 6-4 on the putout of Clemens. And so now with one out, this is going to bring McKnight to the plate. McKnight struck out. She's playing in right field. Looking to redeem herself here at this at-bat. Batting in that 6th spot. Hits that one. Shortstop finds it and going to toss it underhand. What a play. Excellent play over there at shortstop. 6-4 to retire Wolf. That was the only play she had that time. If you're Wolf, you just look at Mitchell, tip your cap, and say good job. Because nothing else she could have done. She did an excellent job of diving after that one. Had the wherewithal to know that she had to quickly get it to second. Does so. And that's the second out of the inning now. As that will go as a fielder's choice as well. Back-to-back fielder's choice. And now this is going to be McLean at the dish. Takes that first pitch in there for a strike. McLean doubled and scored in her only at bat so far. 2-1 is the score here in the bottom of the third. Runner goes. Throw down is not in time, and it hits the umpire as he tries to jump out of the way. That'll be a stolen base there for McKnight. Really didn't make any difference that it hit the umpire because the center fielder was doing her job and backing up the throw. 1-1 now is the count here to McLean. ICC fans would love to see her find her second double of the day. Of course, when we talk about those doubles, we talk about Davis Ford. If you're looking for a new or used automobile, stop by and see all the fine folks out there at Davis Ford. Tab and the rest of the crew do a great job out there at Davis Ford. This pitch foul back will stay at 1-2. Maybe you need some work done on your vehicle. Well, guess what? Davis Ford does that too. Need an oil change? Hey, guess what? Davis Ford does that as well. Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street here in Fulton. That pitch missing outside. 2-2 now is the count here. This is McLean, as we said, doubled and scored in her only at bat so far today. Got a 2-2 count here with the runner at second. That one in the dirt, gets away, and the runner will advance on the pass ball. McKnight, pretty darn quick, got down that line in a hurry here. So a base hit scores another run for the Indians, and grand opportunity here for ICC as McLean will dig in with the 3-2 count. Dribble to the third baseman, throw across the way is in time, and that'll get the final out. 5-3 for those of you scoring at home. ICC leads the third runner in scoring position this afternoon. We've played 3. ICC leads it 2-1. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Indians do win game one against Coahoma. That is going to be a 6-2 final. As there's a swing and a miss for strike three. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there once again. And so now this will be McMahon coming to the plate. So one out, and this pitch popped up. Left fielder will come in and will make the play for out number two. Quickly two away here in the top of the fourth inning. ICC leads it 2-1 here. And this is going to be the catcher Mayfield coming to the plate. She popped up to the pitcher to end the second and her only at bat so far this afternoon. Is that pitch missing for a ball? that pitch missing outside, 2-0 now is the count. So with the 2-0 pitch here from Shaw, in there for a strike, 2-1 now is the count. That pitch missing low for a ball. Now the count goes 3-1. And time as that one's going to hit her. So a tough one there after getting a 3-1 count. Going to give that up with a hit batter. Getting caught up on my stats where I got off the previous inning. Is that pitch in there for a strike? Coach Andy Kurt checking in. Said he couldn't hear me for a second as I forgot to hit the mute button. As that pitch high for a ball, 1-1 now is the count. Got brother Zach coming in the house. Everything's good. You got the ICC Wesley Foundation running the concession stand. Gotcha. Appreciate you, man. Is that pitch in there for a strike? 1-2 now is the count. This is Bourne who struck out in her only at bat so far. She's got to protect the dish here with a 1-2 count. Rips that one and gets through. That's going to go for a hit. And a clutch 2-out hit there as the runner able to go to second. Fourth hit of the game there for Meridian. ICC's got 5 hits. There is 2 outs in the inning. Apologize for getting a little off track there. As one-man show on this side of the field. And that one hits her. So now bases are going to be loaded once again here for the Eagles, as that's going to be the second hit batter in the inning. And so now this will bring up Homera to the plate. She was the one that was at bat whenever she hit the ball back to the pitcher. The pitcher turned to throw. Nobody was covering second, and so there was no throw. I call that a fielder's choice, even though she does reach. Of course, now, Coach Kirker, watching or listening, you may be able to set me straight on that one. With no throw to second, the runner was able to reach safely at second and first. Or would it be an error? But who do you charge the error to because there was no throw? Or is it a single? If you're a Meridian fan, you'll take the single. Either way it goes now, 2 outs, bases loaded here for the Eagles. And that pitch in there for a strike, as this is Homer. She does have a single on the day. She advanced on a wild pitch, but was left stranded at third back in the first inning. She is also left stranded in scoring position in the third. 0-1 pitch. That one in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. That one looked a little low and outside, and you hear a few of the Meridian fans that made the trip saying the same thing. 0-2 is the count. Indians looking for the exit. That one missing low and outside. 1-2 now is the count. Bases loaded here for Meridian. 2 outs. We're in the top of the fourth. 2-1 is the score. It was a hit by pitch, single, and hit by pitch that loaded them up here for the Eagles. Shaw's pitch in the dirt, blocked up nicely. Nice job there by McLean to block that one up, and the runners have to stay put. 2-2 now is the count here to Homra. And this pitch, foul back, and we'll stay at 2-2. Coach Kurt says mental error, LOL. He's going with the fielder's choice as well, since there could have been an out. So that's kind of what I was thinking, but the way rules changes over the times, who knows. 2-2 pitch coming from Shaw. That one high and inside. Now the count goes full at 3-2. Tying run is at third. Nowhere to put her here with a 3-2 count. Shaw versus Homra here. Who's going to win this battle? 3-2 pitch coming. There's a shot, and it's going to be over the head of the shortstop. 1 run will score. They're going to ask 2 to score. The throw is going to be not in time, and the runners will advance on the throw in. And Meridian gets a 2-out single that scores 2 runs. Homer will advance to second on the throw. Mayfield and Bourne will come around to score, and a clutch 2-out hit there for Meridian. They take a 3-2 lead here. Still 2 outs in the inning. Runners at second and third, and looks like Homer a little shaken up after she slid that last time. And good to see her laughing it off as she was talking to her coach, though. So a clutch 2-out hit there for Meridian. Indians still got to find that final out here of the inning, as there's runners at second and third here for the Eagles. They lead at 3-2. That pitch missing for a ball, 1-0. Well, that one was just over the head of the leaping infielder that time. Second time we've seen a hit drop like that today for Meridian. There's a hard shot, and it gets through the gap, and this is going to score 2 more. The throw is home, and it's not going to be in time, and the runner will advance to second on the throw home. So back-to-back 2-run singles by Meridian, and now they take a 5-2 lead. That was McClellan and Homra that came around to score. Black advanced to second on the throw. Well, 2-out hitting has crunk up here for the Eagles. Indians still trying to find that exit. That pitch high and outside for a ball. 1-0 now is the count. This is Mitchell. She is 0 for 1 of the day with a sacrifice fly. She's got an RBI. She's also struck out. And she takes that first pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Big swing and a miss there. Evens things up now at 1-1. They throw down to second. Not in time. And the count will stay at 1-1. Big inning here for Meridian. They have put 4 on the board here in the top of the 4th, and they're looking for more. Indians, however, trying to find the exit. This one popped up right side, and it'll make the play in foul territory. Big inning there for the Eagles as they put 4 on the board. 4 runs on 3 hits. No errors, and 1 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning, but before we do that, let's take a timeout. Hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you?
Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Have some for yourself.
Yes.
No!
Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have a Coca-Cola substitution coming into the game. Now entering at first base will be number 14, Sadie Stegall. She'll replace McClendon over there at first base. For ICC, it'll be the 8-9-1 batters due up. Nichols, Cooper, and Turner. 4 runs in the top part of the inning has made this a 5-2 contest. So the Indians, they're looking for their first hit in 7 batters. And ICC, and when they went through the first part of the lineup, 1 through 9, they had 5 hits. Since then, have not been able to come up with anything. 0-1 is the count. Nichols shows bunt, pulls back, and takes it for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Lakin starting us off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Swings on that one. This is going to find its way through. Nice hit there by Nichols, who reached on an error in her first at bat. And now this will be Cooper coming to the plate. Well, Cooper had an RBI double and was left stranded in scoring position back in the 3rd inning. Or excuse me, that was the 2nd inning. Shows bunt, pulls back, runner goes, and that one hit the pitcher on the throwback. Hopefully she is okay, and they're going to take time and talk her over here. We're going to take the time out with them and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Good to see Brooks able to stay in the game after being hit with that throwdowns. That's a stolen base for Nichols. She was able to take some tosses to make sure she was okay. And judging by the way she threw that first one, she was a little upset. She wanted just to muscle that one out of her system. That pitch missing low, 2-0 now is the count. This is Cooper at the plate. As we mentioned, she doubled and drove in a run, was left stranded back in the 2nd inning. RBI opportunity here with speed of Nichols over at 2nd. There's a hard hit ball. That's going to get through, and this should score a run here for the Indians. They're going to ask Lakin to come around and score, and she will. Clutch hit there, 2nd RBI of the day for Cooper. As Nichols quickly sprints around the bases, and ICC gets one of those 4 runs back that they gave up in the top half of the inning. We go back to the top of the lineup here in Turner. So Turner will dig in with no outs and a runner at first. This is a pitch low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Is the count here to Turner. She's 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a strikeout looking. And that pitch just missing. High for a ball. This This time showing bunt, lays it down nicely. Only one play, and that's going to be to the pitcher. And she's going to hang on to it, and that's going to be a single. Nobody covering first base there for Meridian. And by the time she looked up, the runner was already at second. So now ICC's got the tying run at first, and timeout's going to be taken here by Meridian to kind of talk everything over and get everybody back on the same page. As this is going to be Martin coming to the dish. Martin 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a strikeout. Martin, she's a dangerous batter. She's one of those that can lay down a bunt and beat it out in the infield. Or if you try to come up and charge the play, she can recognize that and slap hit as well. So Meridian taking a lot of time chatting about this one. ICC with runners at first and second. Meridian with a 5-3 lead after putting 4 runs on the board in the top of the fourth. ICC has answered with a run here in the bottom half after a single and a stolen base by Nichols started it. And then it was an RBI single by Cooper, her second RBI of the day. And so now this brings Martin to the plate with Turner at first and Cooper at second. So Martin will dig in. No outs. Runners at first and second. This is that first pitch high for a ball. Going to be interesting. Let's go to the wide view and see how Meridian plays this defensively. It's that pitch in the dirt. It's one of the unique things about softball. If you're a third baseman, you have to be brave and a touch of crazy to come charging in on some of these plays. Let's see if she'll show bunt and see how they react to that. 2-0 is the count. She does show bunt, tries to lay it down. Doesn't do so. So now 2-1 is the count here to Martin. Got runners at first and second, no outs here. Bottom of the fourth, ICC trailing 5-3. Oh, they're going to say she went. And Coach Ernest looking at the third base umpire and talking to him, and that's a gift from Meridian. Unless they say she was out of the box, as a strike. As that pitch goes high, now the count goes full at 3-2. So 3-2 now is the count. Runners at first and second with no outs. Martin at the dish, Brooks in the circle. Awaiting the pitch. This one fouled back, out of play, and we'll do it all over again. Nice job of finding a piece of that one by Martin to keep the at-bat alive here. So the full pitch count coming. And that's going to be a walk. So Martin will load the bases for the second time today for the Indians. And this will be Shaw coming to the dish. As we talked about it, Shaw has been in a couple of times with runners in scoring position, but has not come up with a timely hit here. Would love to see her do that if you're an ICC fan, especially to help her own cause right now. Is anything down to the outfield you think will tie the ball game. Shaw loads up, swings on the first one, fouls that one off. Strike one. Thank goodness for the net, because that one was coming right at us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. 0-1 pitch coming. Shaw looks at that one. Ball gets away, but not far enough to do any damage. 0-2 now is the count here to Julia. She's 0 for 2 in the day. Strikeout and a ground out to third. Got to protect the dish here. 0-2 is the count. There's a hard hit ball, and it's fair. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. 3 runs will score, and that'll be a bases clearing double by Shaw. Davis Ford double with bases loaded, and that'll clear them out there, and that is a big-time hit. And Meridian coach wants to come out and discuss that last hit, and the umpire did not hesitate on the call. As now ICC is going to come back and take a 6-5 lead here after that 3-run double by Shaw. And hold on, the umpire coming down and having something to say here. Not sure what's going on here, as now they're having a discussion, and it looks like they might be calling for a game administrator in this situation. See if, yeah, Coach Case is here, so I'll let him handle this. Looks like they may have tossed the head coach of Meridian. And apparently he was refusing to leave, but now, after the third base umpire is going to come talk to him and going to give him a moment to kind of gather his stuff and hand it off to his assistant coach. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
You're not going to believe what just... You bought a Coca-Cola with 0 sugar?
Yeah. Why?
Come on, it has 0 sugar.
Yep. And it's delicious.
I don't believe it.
Just try something new. You'll love it.
This does taste great.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you? Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Have some for yourself.
Yes.
No!
Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza.
And it looks like we're going to be back to play now as everything getting situated, and that was the case. I didn't, of course, we're not where we can hear up here. I didn't hear anything from the Meridian head coach. I didn't see anything that was just elaborate acting or anything to show up the umpire. So, of course, the umpire is a lot closer than I am to hear if anything was said, but you hate to see that, as this is a shot lifted and it's going to be dropping. This is going to go for extra bases, and the Indians are going to score another one. Back-to-back doubles as Tyree sends that one flying. That will score another one as Shaw comes around to score on that one. And a big-time answer by the Indians here, as they're giving up 4 runs in the top half. They scored 5 to retake a 7-5 lead. Breaking the action, we'll take it with them and be back with more right after this.
At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, we have been working continually through the crisis to meet the needs of our community. Our walk-in clinic is a service that we provide to our patients that want to avoid the wait and exposure of the emergency room. At the walk-in clinic, you can do just that. Walk in with no prior appointment or phone call. We provide specialized treatment for physical injuries like broken bones, sprained wrists and ankles, joint and tendon pain, and sports-related injuries. You can get in, out, and on the road to recovery quicker. The walk-in clinic is equipped on-site with x-ray imaging, casting technicians, durable medical equipment, and injection specialists. Our team is supported by the orthopedic surgeons of the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Our staff is specially trained in orthopedic-related injuries. We ensure that you will receive the best care for your orthopedic needs. Remember, at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our story is you.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
You're not gonna believe what just... You bought a Coca-Cola with zero sugar?
Yeah. Why?
Come on, it has zero sugar.
Yep. And it's delicious.
I don't believe it.
Just try something new. You'll love it.
This does taste great.
Welcome back, McAllister, the new pitcher in the game here. And she will hit Wolf, the first batter she sees, and this will bring up McKnight now. And so McKnight will dig in. She reached on a fielder's choice, stole a base, advanced on a pass ball, but was left stranded back in the third. She's also struck out today. Still no outs in the inning. A wild fourth inning here as that pitch is in there for a strike. Meridian scored 4 to start the inning. ICC has answered with 5. The Meridian coach got ran. And I'm just gonna say I did not see anything. And as there's a ground ball, second baseman finds it, will get the fielder's choice. As that will retire Wolf. Runner does advance to third. McKnight will get to second. First out of the inning. But to finish that thought, I saw a warning, but the toss come immediately thereafter, and the Meridian coach had his back turned to the home plate umpire. And again, I've seen a lot worse not result in anything like that. Is that pitch in there for a strike? Let me follow that up by not questioning the umpire, because we didn't hear or see or anything. We couldn't hear what the exchange. As that first pitch in there for a strike. That one missing low for a ball. Gets away, not far enough for the runner to advance, but McKnight does take second. And so now this is McLean, who had a double. She's grounded out to end the third, 5-3. McAllister in the circle, replacing Brooks. That pitch goes high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. 1 out, runners at second and third. McLean at the plate. Swinging and a miss. Nice job with the high heat there. McLean couldn't hold off of it there, evens at the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third. ICC has answered the 4th spot with 5 of their own here in the bottom of the 4th. And that one's going to hit McLean. And it's going to be the second hit batter here. As McAllister's going to ask if she leaned into it. The umpire is going to say she did not. As now ICC is going to have bases loaded. This is going to be Nichols. She started the inning here for ICC. Looks like the Indians were going to send in a runner in this situation, possibly for McLean. Or actually, is it going to be a batter? So we are getting a substitution here.
16 for 8. Psych, I lied. It's number 16, Chloe Shelton.
And so this will be Chloe Shelton coming to the plate. She'll be batting in place of Nichols. The home plate umpire has a very commanding cadence when he talks about the subs, and I do appreciate him checking them in with us, but you can hear him shouting them out. Is that pitch in there for a strike? 0-1 is the count here to Shelton. Shelton batting in place of Nichols in this situation. Bases are loaded with 1 out. Shelton waiting the pitch. Big swing and a miss there at the fastball. 0-2 now is the count. McAllister looking for her first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. She's hit a couple of batters. Did get a little defensive help with the fielder's choice to retire 1. And this one popped up. Center fielder's going to go back, and will camp under it, and that will work for a sacrifice fly as the run will score. So that's a sacrifice fly brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins as the ICC BSU. They meet Monday nights at 7:07, and the Indians now lead at 8-5. What a crazy inning this has been. That pitch missing low for a ball. This is Cooper. Cooper's had herself a day, 2 for 2, a double, a single, and 2 RBI. She can add to that total here with a runner at second. There is 2 outs in the inning. That pitch high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. Also got a runner over at first. That's McLean. You've got McKnight at second. So McKnight, anything down to the outfield will score her with ease. There's a shot, but it's going to go foul down the line. And that'll be a 2-1 count now here on Cooper. Two balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. 10 runs have been scored here in the 4th inning so far. 2-1 pitch. This one popped up. Shortstop's going to camp under it. Left fielder calls her off and makes the play, and that'll do it. What a wild inning. ICC gets 6 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. Don't go anywhere, folks. This one is far from over. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Welcome back now as we head to the 5th inning. After the wild 4th inning. Updating Twitter. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter or the app formerly known as Twitter, now known as X. This is Shaw in the circle here. That first pitch high for a ball. So 1-0 is the count. This is, I believe, Kennedy at the plate. Is that pitch in there for a strike? It's actually Moreland at the plate. She replaced Kennedy earlier in the game out there in right field. So Moreland at the dish with a 1-1 count. No outs, nobody on here as we're starting the top of the 5th inning. The off-speed pitch falls off the table a bit too soon. 2-1 now is the count here to Moreland. Moreland, Eves, and McMahon scheduled up here. 5, 6, 7 batters. 2-1 the count to Moreland. That one drifts inside. 3-1 now is the count. Well, it was 4 runs in the top of the fourth. ICC answered with 6. 8-5 now is your score here in the top of the fifth. That one right down the middle for a strike. 3-2 now is the count. Nichols started the inning off with a single, stole the base, scored a run after an RBI by Cooper. And then bases were loaded for Shaw, and she doubled down the line to clear the bases as this pitch popped up. Didn't see any type of reaction on the play. And so we'll do it over here after that one goes foul. And that's whenever the conversation happened between Meridian's coach and the home plate umpire, and warning and then a quick ejection after the warning. ICC had an RBI double behind that, and then eventually a sacrifice fly as this pitch popped up back off the netting. Will stay at 3-2. And that was a Samstown Market scoring recap of a eventful fourth inning. 10 runs scored in that inning. So the count full here to Moreland. Her first at bat of the day. Pops this one up, and the second baseman can't find it. Just bounced underneath her legs that time, and had to go for E4. As the ball just didn't take the hop she was looking for. And so Meridian with get the leadoff runner on after the error, and this should bring up Eves to the plate. Eves 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. That pitch just missing outside for a ball. Shaw in the circle. Moreland at first after the error. Eves at the plate, McMahon on deck. We're in the top of the fifth, game 1 of 2 this afternoon here between ICC and Meridian. That pitch missing low, snap throw down to first. Is it in time? No, close. But didn't get her there. And so 2-0 now is the count here to Eves. Well, after that fourth inning, you don't want to go anywhere, folks. You want to buckle up, as this one has gotten wild. This pitch popped up. Left fielder will drift back and will squeeze it for out number 1. So fly out to left will bring up McMahon now with 1 out. She is 0 for 2 on the day. She popped up to the pitcher and flew out to left in her most recent at-bat. 1 down. Runner was unable to advance on the play, so stayed at first. We're in the top of the fifth. 8-5 is the score. Swinging and a miss. Couldn't catch up with the fastball there. 0-1 now is the count. Well, as we talked about, new first baseman for ICC came in that previous inning. That's Sadie Stegall over at first base. That one. And the quick tag applied there again, close. But got underneath the tag there. 1-1 now is the count here to McMahon. Waiting the 1-1 pitch from Shaw. That went in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. Well, baseball will head to Meridian, scheduled for Saturday. Of course, some weather in the North Mississippi area. Don't know about the Meridian area. You can catch that on the broadcast from our friends down there at Meridian. Or I say that as that pitch high and runner should advance, and they will. Advance on the wild pitch. You know, I say they would do that, but I want to hold my horses on that one because postseason basketball play starts on Saturday as well. So depending on, 1, manpower on this level, but 2, the times and availabilities on those. That pitch in there for strike 3. Got her looking for the 7th unofficially Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Shaw. 2nd out of the inning. That pitch missing outside for a ball. This is Mayfield now at the plate. She was hit by a pitch, scored a run. In her last at bat, she popped up to end the 2nd in her first at bat of the day. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. Runner at 2nd after the wild pitch allowed Moreland to get there. 0-2 now is the count here to Mayfield. 8-5, ICC with the lead here in the top of the 5th, game 1. And that one missing low and inside. ICC fans wanted that one for a strike. So 1-2 now is the count. And this one hammered right field. And the play is made for out number 3. And the Indians get out of that jam with no damage done. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set now to head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be the 1-2-3 batters due up here for ICC. Turner, Martin, and Shaw. Ten hits on the day for the Indians. 6 so far for Meridian. As McAllister in the circle replacing Brooks. Swung on the first pitch, and that's going to drop for another hit there. 3rd hit of the day for Turner. A trio of singles, I should say. And now this will bring Martin to the plate. She's 1 for 2 on the day with a single, a strikeout, and a walk. She scored in her previous at bat. Got a runner at first. Pitch missing low, ball 1. First of 2 games this afternoon. If you're looking for baseball, it's over on the Blue Channel. They're playing Kahoma in non-conference play. They won the first game of the day 6-2. We'll try to find some updates for the second game. Shows bunt, pulls back, but called a strike. 1-1 now is the count. That's not the end of the day for us. We've got tennis also going on. They're taking on East Central. And then we've got basketball at East Mississippi tonight. We're also hosting Amory and Ripley in high school baseball at 7 over at Crescent Field. So technically game day times 9. That pitch missing low. 2-1 now is the count. 2-1 pitch coming. This one popped back. This will get out of play. And it evens it up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner at first after Turner reached on her third single of the day. McAllister getting set to deliver the pitch. This one fouled back and will stay at 2-2 once again. See CJ and Nadley out taking photos of today's action. You can see photos at ICCimages.com. That's ICCimages.com. Digital downloads available for $1. This pitch fouled back and will stay at 2-2. Nice little battle going between Martin and McAllister right now. Two-two pitch. That one's high. The throw down is not in time, and that'll be a stolen base for Turner. So the count goes full, 3-2. Stolen base by Turner. Moves her into scoring position here. So waiting the 3-2 pitch. This one lifted right side. Right fielder is going to be able to camp underneath it for the out. Or excuse me, center fielder. And this is going to bring Shaw up to the plate with 2 outs here. Or, no, 1 out in the inning. And she had that bases loaded double that was down the line that Meridian's coach came out and questioned and eventually found the exit. As this ball's popped up, shortstop will come over and make the play. Nice job there, 1 pitch, 1 out. As that one popped up to the shortstop, and now this will bring up Riley Tyree. Tyree is 2 for 2 on the day. She's got a single, a double, an RBI. She's also walked. So she'll dig in with 2 outs and a runner at second. ICC up 8-5 here in the bottom of the 5th. There's a ground ball to the third baseman. Scoops it up, throws it over, and nope. That's going to be an error. And they're going to ask the run to score, and she will. So E5 allows Tyree to reach. She'll also advance to second on the error. And that allows Turner to score to make it a 9-5 contest. So now this will be Wolf. Wolf is 0 for 2 on the day. She's been hit by a pitch. She reached on a fielder's choice and is also struck out. Runner at second, 2 outs. Wolf swings on the first pitch she sees, fouls it back, strike 1. (0-1) is the count here to Wolf. Eagles trying to find the exit here. Indians trying to extend this lead. They lead at 9-5. Tyree is at second. This pitch popped up. Left fielder is going to go over and try to make the play, and does. And that'll do it. Indians get 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We'll head to the bottom part of the inning, or excuse me, top of the 6th, and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you? Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Have some for yourself.
Yes.
No!
Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back now as we go to the top of the 6th inning. ICC leading at 9-5 here over Meridian in Game 1. This is a doubleheader today. We'll have Game 2 coming your way at the conclusion of this one. Remind you to stay tuned. We'll also have the Renaissance Bank postgame report, have our Samstown Market Star of the Game, and more coming your way as this one hammered out to right field. And that one's going to get down to the gap, and this will go for extra bases. And they're going to throw it in and just gets underneath the tag. Nice relay in that time, but that'll be a leadoff double brought to you by Davis Ford. I believe that was Bourne that was at the plate. And so a nice answer there in the top of the 6th by Meridian. So runner at second with no outs. We go back to the top of the lineup here, and McKillen, she was hit by a pitcher last time up. She's also singled and walked. And Shaw wants a different ball. They'll reload those in and out. Well, if you're listening at the ballpark, in case you didn't hear, the ICC Wesley Foundation is running a concession stand. They'll close up shop today at 5. Appreciate Zach and all that they do for us. But there's a bunt laid down. There's only going to be no play. Beautiful bunt there by Meridian. And now they've got runners on the corners, no outs. Something brewing here now. In the top of the 6th, they trail at 9-5. Well, as we said, this one has been a wild one, to say the least. 10 runs scored in the 4th. Had the Meridian coach exited from the ball game in that inning. Is that pitch in there for a strike from Shaw? So runners on the corners, no outs. Meridian trying to climb back in this one. Shaw in the circle. This is Homra at the plate. And this one lifted. And the right fielder will come in, make the play. Thought about trying to score on that one, but they're going to bring her back, and runners will not be able to advance as that one was shallow right for out number 1. And so 1 away now, and this will be Black coming to the dish. She is 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of singles. She's also got 3 RBIs and a walk. She would love to add to that impressive RBI total here with the base hit. That first pitch in there for a strike. Throw down. Is it in time? Yes, it is. Big time out there. Now there's 2 outs in the inning. As McClellan was caught stealing there. Is that pitch missing for a ball? 1-1 now is the count. So you can't draw it up much prettier than that. Great job that time by McLean to get the runner dead to rights. There's a line drive, and Wolf finds it, and that'll do it. Well, Meridian got something going, but a nice job by McLean to catch the runner stealing, and a line out to Wolf to end the inning. As we'll head to the bottom of the 6th, ICC leads at 9-5. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This is a place to create your future. And when you get here, you realize you're not alone. You meet new people and make connections. It's not always about knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes it's about finding your own way. It's working together to build something bigger than ourselves. It's hard work, but lots of fun. We come for the quality education, but we leave with an unparalleled experience. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now as we shift to the bottom of the 6th inning, it should be McKnight, McLean, and Nichols due up. 6, 7, 8 batters, excuse me. May not be Nichols. Well, yeah, they re-entered Nichols after she was batted for earlier. So McAllister is still in the circle here. This is McKnight at the plate. She's reached twice on back-to-back fielder's choice, and is going to pop that one up into center field for out number 1. So 1 away. And this will bring McLean to the plate. She is 1 for 2 today with a double. She was hit by a pitch, and she's also scored a run. Was left stranded last time up. So that pitch high for a ball, 1-0. Good crowd out today. Of course, spring break next week. Got a few students still sticking around before taking advantage of not having Friday classes. And today, Friday, Thursday? I don't, man, this time of year you ask any SID what day it is, they just tell you game day. But it is Thursday. Had to check my phone on that. So that pitch missing low for a ball. 3-0 now is the count. 3 balls, no strikes, and 1 out. McAllister's pitch. And that one just a little bit inside for the umpire's liking. And that will be a 1-out walk issued to McLean. And now this is going to be Nichols coming to the plate here for the Indians. So she'll dig in with 1 out and a runner at first. ICC leading this one 9-5. Shows bunt, and that one called a strike. Infield a little late to charge in on that one, but like Nichols maybe just trying to make them think about it a little bit there. She didn't really have much of an attempt at that one. Third baseman now will creep up some. 0-1 is the count here to Nichols. That pitch high for a ball. She is 1 for 2 on the day. She's reached twice. She did reach on an error score back in the 2nd. Had a single to start the 4th, stole a base and scored as well. As we mentioned, she was batted for after the Indians batted around in that 4th inning. As that pitch missing low for a ball. 2-1 is the count. It was Shelton that came in to bat for her, had a sacrifice fly that drive in a run. 2-1 is the count. There's a ground ball. Third baseman finds it, throws across the way, and it's in time for the out. 5-3 for the 2nd out of the inning. The runner does advance to 2nd. And this will be Cooper coming to the dish. Cooper, 2 for 3, a double, a single, a couple of RBI, and a run scored. RBI opportunity here if she can get a base hit. Listen to that first pitch. High and outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. This pitch fouled off. It should get out of play, and it will. Evens the count up now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at 2nd here for the Indians. They lead at 9-5 here in the bottom of the 6th. McAllister getting ready for the pitch. That one drifts high. 2-1 now is the count. So 2-1 now is the count. Cooper at the plate. Rips this one. And if it's fair, it's trouble. And it is, and it's going to score another run. This is going to go for a Davis Ford. Nope, it's going to be a triple. The throw is not in time. Add another run to the board there, as that is the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi triple for Cooper. Another RBI, her third of the day. She is a home run away from the cycle. So now with 2 outs, we go back to the top of the lineup. And that one's ripped, and the shortstop can't get to it, and they score another run. 4th hit of the day for Turner. And now this is going to bring Martin to the dish. Indians, 13 hits here in game 1. They've got 11-5 advantage. So this is Martin. Called strike on that first pitch. She's 1 for 3 on the day. She's got a single. She's walked and scored a run. She's also struck out and flew out to center. 0-1 is the count. That one missing low and outside for a ball. 1-1 now. The count here to Martin. Martin playing in left field. Does have a runner at first. And this one popped up. Center fielder slips and can't get to it. And a go for a hit, as the diving effort couldn't come up with it that time. As we said, she kind of slipped out of the gate there and couldn't chase that one down. And now this will be Julia Shaw coming to the plate. So runners at first and second, 2 outs here. Shaw, who had a bases clearing double back, a part of that 6-run 4th inning. She'll dig in here. A base hit would help her cause, as she's in the circle for the Indians, trying to get the win here in the conference opener against Meridian. Ball in the dirt, blocked up nicely there by Mayfield. Mayfield's been active behind the plate today, as she has had to dance around a little bit to keep some of those pitches in front of her. Keeps the runners from advancing in that case. 1-0 is the count now here to Shaw. Shaw fouls that one back. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. We're in the bottom of the 6th, game 1 here between ICC and Meridian. Shaw is at the plate. Couldn't check her swing there. Actually fouls it off, is what the home plate umpire says. Got to go strike 2. 1-2 now is the count. So 1-2 now is the count here to Shaw. Runners at first and second. Pitch on its way. Shaw finds a piece of that one to keep the at-bat alive there, and we'll sit at 1-2. So 1-2, the count to Shaw. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Indians lead at 11-5 here over Meridian. And there's strike 3. Good job by McAllister to come back and find that Renaissance Bank strikeout. That is going to be her first of the game. Indians hang 2 more on the board. They lead at 11-5. Meridian down to their final 3 outs of the contest. Can ICC find a way to hang on and win this first game here? We'll take a break and find out as we come back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
"What's next?"
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you? Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Try some for yourself.
Yes.
No!
Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to go here to the top of the 7th inning. ICC with an 11-5 advantage, trying to pick up the first win of the day here in the conference opener against Meridian. Shaw in the circle, trying to go the distance here for the Indians. Big swing and a miss there. Strike one. So 0-1 the count here. I believe this is Mitchell at the plate for Meridian. As that pitch goes high, 1-1 now is the count. Mitchell is 0 for 2 on the day. She did have a sacrifice fly that drove in a run back in the third. She struck out and then popped up to first in foul territory to end the fourth. That pitch outside, 2-1 now is the count. We'll remind you, we'll have the Renaissance Bank post-game report coming your way following this one. We'll also name our Samstown Market Star of the Game. Take a look at some stats brought to you by Little Caesars. That pitch in there for a strike, 2-2 now is the count. Tell you what, we've got quite a few folks that are putting their name in the hat for that Samstown Market Star of the Game. Of course, Samstown Market located there in Manatee. Proud sponsor of today's action. That pitch missing low, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. 4, 5, 6 batters due up here for Meridian in the top of the 7th. This pitch lifted, and the second baseman is going to come in and make the play for out number 1. Good communication that time as Shaw yelled at the second baseman, letting her know it's hers, as it wasn't popped directly straight up, was at an angle, as the second baseman was able to run in and collect that one for out number 1. So this is Moreland at the plate for her second at bat. She reached on an error, advanced on a wild pitch, but was left stranded back in the 5th inning. This is that first pitch low for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Moreland. Hammers this one. Right fielder calling everyone off and will make the play for out number 2. So 2 away now. And the Indians an out away from picking up the first win here in conference play, as this is going to be Eves coming to the plate. She's 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Trying to spark a 2-out rally here in the top of the 7th. This is that first pitch missing low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. We're at the top of the 7th. ICC leading it 11-5 here over Meridian in game 1. This pitch pops straight back and it's going to get out of play, or excuse me, off the netting. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Nobody on here for the Eagles. Trying to spark a 2-out rally here in the top of the 7th. See if they can keep this inning alive. Pitch on its way. That one missing low. 2-1 now is the count. So 2-1 now is the count. Shaw in the circle. Eves at the plate. She's the DP here in game 1. That one in there for a strike. 2-2 now is the count. Nice little rise ball that stuck around in the strike zone there. So waiting the 2-2 offering here. Swinging and a miss for strike 3. And that will do it with the Renaissance Bank strikeout, the 8th of the game to end it. Indians win it by the final score of 11-5. We'll take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as your final score here in Game 1. ICC wins it 11-5 here over Meridian. Your final lines, of course, these stats always unofficial as these being brought to you by Little Caesars. Your final line, you look at ICC, 11 runs, 14 hits, and 1 error. For Meridian, 5 hits, 8 runs, and 2 errors. For Meridian, it was a pair of hits for McKellen. You've got a pair of hits for Homra, a pair of hits for Black as well. And the top 3 batters getting it done today. And then you have to go all the way back down to the bottom of the lineup, and the number 9 batter, Bourne, who also had a pair of hits. She'd had a Davis Ford double as well. Turner, what a day she had. She was 4 for 5 with 4 singles, a stolen base, 2 runs scored. Martin had 2 hits, a walk, and a run scored. Shaw had a bases loaded double that pushed across 3 runs. She eventually did score at that at bat as well. Tyree, she had 2 hits as she went 2 for 3 on the day. She did reach on an error on her other at bat and a walk. She had an RBI and a run scored. She also had a Davis Ford double. Then you look at McLean. She had a double, a Davis Ford double. Nichols was 1 for 2 on the day, or excuse me, 1 for 3 on the day. She did steal a base and score a run. And then our Samstown Market star of the day is going to be Cooper. What a day she had. She was a home run away from the cycle. She had 3 hits. She was 3 for 4. She had a single, a double, and a triple. And each one of her hits were productive as they all drove in a run. She also scored a run as well. That's going to do it here for Game 1. Your final score in this one, 11-5. We'll be back in about 30 minutes with Game 2 here on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.